I'm Priyanshi and I'm a CA final student. Today I'm going to talk about what you need to do 24 hours before your accountancy exam. I see a lot of people struggle with this and I get this question asked a lot, so I thought I'll make a video on this. The first thing is get enough sleep. I see a lot of people not following this rule, and accountancy is an exam where you need to have a lot of attention. This is true for all exams. Actually, this one point I feel is true for all exams, so I never compromise on my sleep. Whether it's my CA exam, BCom exam, it doesn't matter the level of exam you're going to write and the level of preparation you have, because if you don't have the concentration, which you will not have if you have not slept well, then it'll be very difficult for you to even perform, and you will definitely not be able to solve the questions correctly, or you will not have the right amount of concentration that you need. So do get at least a 7 to 8 hours sleep. I see a lot of people do all-nighters right before the exam, and that doesn't help. The second thing is to solve some basic questions before your exams. So I see a lot of people take up complicated questions. Now, there is no harm in doing complicated questions a day before your exam, but you should always start out with going through your basics, because at times what we do is we solve so many sums that we forget our basics, and then in the exam, when a lot of basic questions are asked, we fail to answer them and lose marks on questions that are very easy to score. So do go through your basics. And this covers theory. I see a lot of people skip theory in the accountancy exam, and you can easily score in theory. Those are easy to get marks. So do not skip theory, do not leave basic questions, for which you need to revise basic questions a day before your exam. Now, by basic questions, I mean conceptual questions, or questions with conceptual understanding, which can improve your overall understanding for the exam. And those are like revision capsules or summaries that you could make. But even if you're not doing that, you can just go through your textbook, go through all the topics that are covered in your textbook, whether they are small topics or big topics, and that way it gives you a quick summary of the whole chapter. The third thing to do is to practice sums that are comprehensive in nature. Now, when I say comprehensive, I mean doing full-length sums that have a lot of concepts covered in them. So that helps you revise a lot of concepts in just one sum, because before the exam you don't have that much time to solve multiple sums. So you should try to take comprehensive sums which cover a lot of concepts. Now, with both the second and third tip, what is common is I don't suggest you to do any questions that you don't have the solutions for. You should do the questions that you have the solutions for, so that you can refer to it. Because at times what happens is, let's say I've solved a question for the first time and I don't have the solution for it, I will start panicking and I would try to call up my friends, and they would also be busy because it's exam time and everybody is struggling with the revision and this limited time. So it's hard to get solutions for, or even check your solutions when you don't have it already ready. So do questions that you have solutions for. It could be complicated questions, it could be easy questions. Now, this is another thing that my students ask a lot, whether they should be solving easy questions before exam or tough. But it's not about easy or tough, it all depends on your preparation. If you're someone whose basics are clear, then you could go ahead and do tough questions. But the most important thing is to do questions which you have solutions for, so that you can refer. Now, the fourth thing is to do frequently asked questions. Now, what happens is most of the accountancy exams have a set pattern of the questions that are going to be asked. So at least 70% of the paper is kind of set. So you will know that, okay, there will be a question from this topic and there will be a 6 marker from a particular topic. So you should practice it in those formats, because there will be only about 30% questions which are, different in format. Obviously, the questions can vary in numbers, but the format of the questions will be very similar, and it will be similar to the questions that you've seen before. So do frequently ask questions before your exam day. So I think these are the 4 tips that I think are the most important. please don't compromise on your sleep. I'm repeating on that because I see a lot of students compromising on their sleep, and my friends as well. So during our CA exams, I would see all of them pull overnighters. It could work for you for that particular exam, but then the next exams that are coming, it really becomes a problem. So do get good amount of sleep. I hope this video was useful. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Some of the tips that I shared in this video can be applied to any exam, not just accountancy, but I thought I'll start with accountancy.